Hey, welcome to Coffee, Coffee, Coffee. Today I'm going to show you how to make coffee in a regular coffee pot if you don't know how to make it. This is going to be the typical type of coffee pot that's going to be in most offices around the country. So maybe you're a young person, you've never made coffee before, or you're an old person, you've never made coffee before, and you need to know, okay, they just told me to go in there and make coffee. What am I supposed to do? This is the video that'll show you how to do it. Alright, you're going to need a filter, a coffee pot, some coffee, water, and a measuring device of some sort. This is a tablespoon, always a good one to have. Probably there's one in the office. Okay, so step one, get a filter. One filter. Don't get any more than one filter, just one filter. Set the others aside. Up here is the lid. It lifts up. Sometimes there will be a little cup right here that slides out and you put the filter down in it. But on this particular model, lift up this, and you put the filter down into this removable basket. See how that works? Okay. Then, you take your coffee. Today we're using D-Town Roasters Guatemala blend or roast. This is fantastic coffee, and that's why I'm using it right now, so I can drink some after I'm done making this video. Okay, so now most coffees will have instructions on the bag for how much coffee to put into the coffee maker. It'll say 1 tablespoon per 6 fluid ounce cup, or 1.5, or 1 heaping, or 2. I always say it's best to do a heaping tablespoon. And when it says 6 fluid ounce cup, don't worry about the 6 fluid ounces. On the side of the coffee maker, it's got a thing that says 2, 4, 6, 8, whatever. Each one of those is probably about 6 fluid ounces. So that's what you're going to do. So however many cups of coffee you're making, do that many scoops and you'll be alright. Alright, so you just go in here and you get your heaping tablespoon of coffee. Today I'm making 4 cups, and 4 cups will actually fill up 2 regular coffee mugs, if that makes sense. Regular sized, like diner coffee mugs. Don't lose count. If you lose count, you're going to make the coffee too strong or too weak, and everybody's going to hate you in the office, and you'll get fired, or your internship will be over, and you'll never get work in this town again. Okay, so I've got those 4, and I set the coffee aside and my tablespoon aside. Next, I need water. Take this, and I fill water up to my 4 spot on the water, wherever that's at. It's okay if you fill it up more or less. You can always put more into the coffee pot. Just don't put more water in than you have grounds for it. Once you've got your water, you put it over here into the side of the machine. There will be an area where you can see that the water goes. This one is indicated by this area here that shows you how much water you're putting in. It's a translucent window to show you as you pour it down in there. Your system may be different. There may be a little top back here that flips back, and there's little grates that you pour it through, but either way there's going to be some sort of a reservoir that holds the water. And you just pour it in until you get to your mark. In this instance it's 4, so when I get to 4 I'm going to stop pouring. That was pretty perfect. I've done this a lot. If you happen to have any extra water in here, don't pour it down the drain. Find an office plant or something like that and just dump it in there, being all eco-friendly. Okay, then you close your lid, and you put the carafe back in here, and you press the on button or the start button. Maybe there's just a toggle switch on the side, and that'll get it going for you. Then the coffee will start to heat up back, the water will start to heat up back here in the back, and then go through the grounds into the pot. So let's say that you're waiting for it to brew, but you've got an impatient executive who says, "Bring me my coffee now. I don't care, just get it, I need it now." Some coffee makers, and most of them will have this, is what's called a pause brew function or something like that. And so what that means is for about 30 seconds, you can remove the carafe from the machine while it's brewing the coffee, and it'll stop dripping down into the pot so that you can take it off, pour his cup or her cup, and then put it back on and not have to worry about a big spill of coffee, and you'll get him his coffee in time. So our coffee is done brewing, and the way that we know that is that it has stopped dripping into the carafe, or some machines will have an audible beep, beep, telling you that the coffee is ready. One thing you want to do is you want to check and make sure that the filter on the inside has not folded over. Because if it folds over, then the coffee grounds can go behind the filter and then get down into the coffee, and nobody wants to drink coffee grounds in their coffee. Be careful though, because it's hot steam coming out of here. So now that you've checked the filter to make sure that everything is good there and no grounds got behind it and down into the coffee, you can serve the coffee. One thing you want to make sure you do is to not leave the coffee on the burner plate, which is down here, for much longer than after it's done brewed. What can happen then is the coffee can get burnt and nobody's going to like that coffee or want to drink it. So only make as much coffee as you think you're going to need, serve it up right away, and that'll be the best tasting coffee. I hope this helped you learn how to use a coffee maker, at least the very basic kind. If you have any questions, put it in the comments below. We'll be happy to answer them. Thanks.